Good morning, everyone. It's closer to noon, but it's still morning, I think. It's 59 degrees here. The sun is out. There is a breeze, but Lily's outside getting her vitamin D in the sun. She's bucking me the whole way, but I wanted to get her outside at least 2 or 3 hours. And then I also need to work on her hooves. So I wanted to get her out of the barn so that way I can maneuver her, get her hooves done, and then put her in later. So I'm watching her right now. She knows I'm out here. And so she's standing on her fence and she's trying to look over top of the other fence to see if she can see me. So that you're going to see me diverting my attention there. You're also going to see me diverting my attention because I have hawks hunting today. Last night, one flew through right above my head. I was putting everybody to bed and it flew through, but they're hunting here this morning. They've been hunting since daybreak, and I just heard a couple when I sat down here calling back and forth. So I'm trying to hurry, and I wrote everything down. So I'm going to read. It might be choppy. I might not be able to read all of my writing because I wrote it very quickly, but I really wanted to get my message out today and do it um, better. We'll see. To my fellow Americans, I am as much an American as you. We have voted different directions for our great country. Your agenda to take our nation back to a place of less equality and freedom is not the direction I would have taken. Deportation in a mass wave will be a tsunami to our economy. You and I will pay more for the products our deported population provided us with. You complained, cried, whined, and blamed Biden on inflation, which was not true. Never accepting the reality of corporate greed and griping about the Inflation Act because you could not comprehend it was to cap inflation costs, not co- not cap a corporation's ability to charge you a different price. It was to make them more responsible for how much they were charging you for inflation, but not charging you inflation prices when there was no inflation on the products they were selling you. Congress holds the purse strings of our nation, and they voted 100 Republicans strong against the Helene extra money required to help everyone in the hurricane struck areas. I want that to sink in because that's very important to understand. This was a huge hurricane and it required a lot of money. And 100 congressmen, women, congresspeople voted against the victims of Helene from their own party. You need to understand that. And if I could scream it, I would, but there's just no need for it. Understanding legislation and Congress, I am not seeing when Trump voters speak. You have to understand legislation. You have to understand your representatives and the responsibility they are not taking to help you. They were only voting to make it worse, to give Trump the opportunity to say he could make it better for you. And on that note, he was on Meet the Press. He promised you lower prices. He promised you inflation would end. And now you know what he's saying? I can't guarantee any of it. because he knows that the plan that he is putting in is going to cost us more. And I'm not just saying you, and I'm not just saying me, I'm saying us. Ralph Norman, a Republican from South Carolina, clearly stated, and this could be seen on Fox News, that there is going to be a cut in Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, veterans benefits, and health care. If those affect you and you voted for Trump, that's on you. Constitutional patriots would never vote unconstitutional laws into our country, such as religion and church, as an education tool. Science can be proven. History repeats itself. Those are facts. So when I hear later on, oh, well, it's going to get worse before it gets better, weren't we already there? Weren't we already getting our economy better? It was getting better. The envy of the world. Now we are the laughing stock of the world. Y'all have a great day. Hugs from a distance. I got to get back in the house. I've got food cooking. Bye, y'all.